previously, outside the dungeon of the Mad Mage in the city of Waterdeep, the party had received individual summons from their patrons, powerful leaders within the City of Splendors. Some of the meetings that had already occurred were tense, but as Bones stood within Falconmere Manor, conversing with Melanor Fellbranch and Jareth Falcon, it was not Bones or his mission that had the ancient hand of the Emerald Enclave so angered. For Bones learned that the manor had been attacked by a mage whose name the party had only recently heard, Manchun. However, Jareth forbade Bones from looking into the matter, at least for now. The Tabaxi had a different hunt he was to focus on. The shadow beneath the mountain must be tracked and slain, though it was clear that Jareth believed most, if not all, of Undermountain should be put to the torch. Ultimately, after the party reported to its patrons, it was clear which patron had the issue with the party's progress. While each of the four leaders had guiding words for their subordinates, only Vajra Safar seemed truly on edge. Her instructions to Ashes seemed brash, a step away from urging the wearer into a headlong rush to his doom. Sure, she wanted the success of the mission, but it had become clear she did not care about the party's fate outside of that success. As the party mulled over these events, they decided they would be returning to the dungeon on the morrow. For this evening, there were two things that needed to be taken care of. The first was Bones' assessment at the Guild of Fine Carvers, and it went off magnificently. The Bone Carver's latest creation was a finely crafted pair of bracers or arm guards, primarily made from the massive teeth of the Tyrannosaurus the party had defeated in the Willowwood. The teeth were covered in runes that had been enchanted, giving the bracers the ability to bond with daggers that were placed upon them, and grant those daggers with the returning property. The bracers could also mechanically shift down onto themselves to take up less arm space and be less ostentatious. The work was a huge success. The three board members unanimously approved Bones' advancement to the rank of expert within the guild, and a small celebration was thrown. The only shadow to fall across the scenario was a warning that Farfalle gave to Bones. His meteoric rise through the ranks would garner attention, especially from the five masters. He would need to make sure he didn't step on any toes, or if he did, that he was prepared to mitigate the consequences. After the assessment, Matashtai headed back to the Rise to meet with the masked man who had spent the day attempting to alter Wolf's enchantment. Matashtai was apprehensive as he arrived, worried that perhaps things had gone awry and Wolf had been lost forever. But the masked man had been successful, at least partially. The mage had been unable to fully adjust the enchantment to allow Wolf's form to be specifically chosen, but he had been able to twist the odds, increasing the likelihood that the form Wolf took was the one that was desired. As the two men watched Wolf play in the snow in his massive direwolf form, the masked man congratulated Matashtai on the simplest of things, being a good person. The evening came to a close, the party rested, awoke, and after dealing with some errands, headed to the Yawning Portal, intent on heading back into Undermountain. After arriving and while preparing to descend, they were approached by an urgent halfling man who spoke of vengeance. He needed strong adventurers to defeat a creature that had destroyed his people, the Scourge of the Gwynwynwald, a dragon. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.